Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a Stephen King classic from the 80s. It's Children of the Corn, a re-review from my previous channel. Let's watch.
It was about 3 years ago. I was the only kid in church that day. The others were with Isaac out in the cornfield. I didn't get to go because Dad didn't like Isaac.
And after
That's when I
church,
saw Malachi and the others. I guess their meeting with Isaac was over.
next thing you know, all the kids start killing all the parents, the grown-ups. That's Isaac.
I started drawing these pictures.
Sarah is his sister. That's Joby talking. Now this is our couple, Linda Hamilton and Peter Horton. Bert and Vicky. There's Joby and Sarah. And this is Joseph. He wants to leave.
Can we go with you, please? No.
This town only has kids left.
But we don't like it here.
But he's not going to make it out of the cornfield. That's Malachi. And that's where Joseph ended up. His throat was sliced. He managed to stumble out onto the road where he probably got hit by them.
Oh,
Well, he wanders into the cornfield then and finds Joseph's suitcase, blood. He realizes that his throat had been slashed before he hit him. He was going to die anyway. Games and music are forbidden in Isaac's world.
They come already.
what you want to do is to go to Hemingport. About 19 miles down that right fork there. What about Gatlin? Gatlin? There ain't nothing in Gatlin.
This is the only adult left, and he kind of has a deal with the kids. He gives them gas, they let him live.
I never told her nothing.
But let not
Isaac tells him that Joseph is dead.
Cast him instead upon the road.
And so it was done. Joseph the betrayer was cast out.
Bert and Vicky get to Gatlin and they find the place is
Better off
deserted.
anyway. The size of Seattle.
Yeah.
They find Sarah in what they thought was an abandoned house.
Don't be afraid.
They separate, and then Malachi finds her.
We want to give you peace.
They kidnap her.
Maybe he is displeased that we have not offered him Sarah and Job.
Sarah has the gift of sight. She warned us of the coming of the interlopers.
On the first day of their 19th year, they commit suicide.
What are you, crazy? What do you think you're doing?
My passage. It's my birthday.
You got a pretty sick way of celebrating it, pal.
He is an unbeliever. Hurry, get Isaac! No, wait. Bring Malachi.
Meanwhile, the kids round up Bert in town, but he gets away too.
Outlander!
He escapes, and Joby and Sarah kind of rescue him, take him to a secret place.
Nobody knows about this place. It's secret.
Those guys friends of yours?
Vicky is to be sacrificed to whatever the hell's in the cornfield.
We must sacrifice them both tonight.
But there's a power struggle between Isaac and
We are
Malachi.
tired of your talk, Isaac. I have shown them what I can do. Cut the woman down. Put Isaac in her place.
Yeah,
We will still live!
Malachi uses Vicky to try to find Bert.
Outlander, maybe you don't hear so well.
be sacrificed while Isaac is tied up.
What kind of a God tells his children to kill their parents, huh? Ask me that, buddy. Did you hear that before, Isaac? Did you?
He wants you too, Malachi.
That's the end of Malachi. Alright, they come up with some sort of plan to try to blow up whatever the hell is in the cornfield.
Okay.
The kids are kind of on his side now. Molotov cocktail. And he missed. So he tries again. Now, whatever they did seems to have worked. One final obstacle. Our movie ends with Bert and Vicky leaving, with Sarah and Joe. All right, let's talk about Children of the Corn. A Stephen King novel, and they made it into a movie in 1984. This is a movie that I saw many times back in the day. It showed up on cable. It was one of my earlier films that I taped. I had it on a beta tape, and this was just on quite a bit, and all the kids that were my age watched this movie all the time. Stephen King was king back then, and anything he did, we watched constantly. Cujo, Christine, this. I mean, those are the movies that were on, and we watched them a lot. So, is it a great movie? I don't know, but it's an okay movie. But anyway, what we have here is a couple, Bert and Vicky, played by Tim Horton and Linda Hamilton. They're traveling through Nebraska somewhere, and they accidentally run over this kid. Now, this kid, his name was Joseph. He stumbled on the road. He had a completely slashed throat. Peter Horton says, he was dead, but he was dead when he walked onto the road, which never made sense to me, but I understand what he's saying now. His throat was slashed. He was in the process of dying. He stumbled onto the road, and that's when they hit him. He died because in this nearby town of Gatlin, 3 years earlier, I think it was 3 years, all the kids in the town killed all the parents. They were led by this guy named Isaac, who was some sort of religious freak, and he preaches through this cornfield. There's something in the cornfield, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but anyway, he got all the kids to kill all the parents in this town. Well, they stumble into this town. There's 3 kids who didn't want any part of this. Joseph, who tried to escape and died. And then these 2 siblings, Job and Sarah. Sarah has the gift of sight. She can... She knows what's going to happen in the future. So because she's some sort of fortune teller or whatever the hell she is, Isaac kind of leaves her alone. And the 2 of them live in their own house somewhere, while Isaac and everybody else, I don't know where they live, to be honest with you, but anytime anybody reaches the age of 19, they commit ritual suicide. They sacrifice themselves to whatever the hell's in the cornfield. Well, the couple, Bert and Vicky, come into town, and they immediately get captured, or actually Vicky gets captured by the kids in the town. They're going to sacrifice her and this other guy named Amos, who just reached the age 19. Eventually, Bert figures out what the hell's going on by talking to Job and Sarah, and he knows there's some sort of weird shit going on in the cornfields with Isaac and his right-hand man, Malachi. Well, Malachi seizes control. He basically says, "We're tired of you, Isaac," and he takes the girl, Vicky, down from, she's like crucified on this cross. She's going to be sacrificed. He takes her down and puts Isaac up in his place. Isaac is freaking out. You're all going to burn in hell, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he wants to try to lure Bert out by using Vicky in the streets. He's calling for him, Outlander, come out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that night, something does happen to Isaac. He gets zapped and absorbed into some sort of light, sucked up into the sky by whatever the hell's in the cornfield. And then a few minutes later, he shows up again in this deep voice, "Malachi, he wants you too, Malachi." And then he kills Malachi. But this time, Bert has basically told the kids, "You're all nuts to follow this guy Isaac. You're all crazy. and they kind of believe him, and then they all kind of take off. And then they decide they got to destroy whatever's in the cornfield. They use some Molotov cocktails. They toss it. There's gasoline, big explosions, and whatever they did, it was successful. Malachi and Isaac are dead. The kids have scattered at this point, and then just Job and Sarah left with Bert and Vicky. And they have to knock out one final girl at the end who still was not swayed by them. They do, and then the last scene is them walking away. And I guess they're going to be a family. I don't know. It seemed like Linda Hamilton wanted to start a family too. So this, I guess, gave them 2 free kids. So anyway, that's the movie. It's a very nostalgic movie for me because I saw it, like I said, a million times back in the day. Again, I don't know if it's a great film, but it's certainly well remembered. And they made, I think, 5 sequels to this thing, including like one was called like The Return of Isaac. He came back, the same actor too. So, but anyway, I do enjoy the film. It's like I said, I think it's more nostalgic than anything else. No nudity, a couple little gore scenes. I like the guy who played Isaac. That was he was kind of a creepy little cool guy. Courtney Haynes played Malachi. You may have seen him in like Hard Bodies. I think he was in Some Kind of Wonderful too. I don't know if he makes movies anymore, but he was in a lot of 80s stuff. But that's it. So anyway, that's Children of the Corn. I have not seen any of the sequels, so I don't know if any of them are any good. I suspect they're not all that great, but who knows, right? So anyway, let me know. Let me know what you think about Children of the Corn and its various sequels if you want to. And leave some comments. Let me know. I'll leave a link to the Blu-ray down below if you're still looking for it. I'm guessing everybody's seen this movie, so tell me about it. Leave some comments. Watch it. Bye.